How to stop procrastinating. Even if you've tried everything, have you ever promised yourself that today would finally be different? You wake up full of motivation. You tell yourself that today is the day you will study, work out, build your business, or finally start that project you have been delaying for weeks. Everything feels possible. Then you check your phone for just 5 minutes. Those 5 minutes become 30. 30 minutes become 2 hours. Before you realize it, the day is almost over. Your work is still unfinished, and the only thing you gained was guilt. Then you tell yourself the same sentence you have repeated hundreds of times. I'll start tomorrow. But tomorrow becomes next week. Next week becomes next month. Then one day, you look back and wonder where all the time went. If this feels familiar, I need you to hear something very important. You are probably not lazy, and believing that you are lazy might be the biggest reason you stay stuck. Because procrastination is not a laziness problem. It is a psychology problem. Once you understand how it works, you stop fighting yourself and start working with your brain instead of against it. Most people believe successful people simply have more motivation. That sounds nice, but it is completely wrong. Motivation is temporary. It comes and goes like the weather. Some mornings you feel unstoppable. Other mornings you do not even want to leave your bed. If your success depends on motivation, then your future depends on your mood. That is a terrible strategy. Highly disciplined people are not productive because they always feel motivated. They are productive because they learned how to act, even when motivation disappears. Now let me explain why your brain keeps choosing comfort instead of progress. Your brain was designed to keep you safe, not successful. Whenever it sees something difficult, uncertain, or uncomfortable, it immediately searches for an easier reward. That is why opening YouTube feels easier than opening your textbook. That is why scrolling social media feels easier than writing your first page. Your brain is simply choosing the fastest source of pleasure. The scary part is that every time you avoid an important task, your brain learns something. It starts believing, I don't finish what I start. The more often you repeat that pattern, the stronger it becomes. Eventually, procrastination stops feeling like a habit. It becomes your identity. You stop saying, I procrastinated today. Instead, you begin saying, I am a procrastinator. Your identity controls your actions. If you believe you are lazy, your actions will continue proving that belief. But if you slowly change your identity, your habits begin changing as well. So instead of saying, I need more motivation, start saying, I am becoming someone who finishes what they start. That simple shift changes everything. Before we continue, if you're enjoying this video and you want practical advice that actually helps you build discipline, consistency, and a stronger mindset, take 1 second to subscribe. My goal is simple. I want every video to give you ideas you can actually use in real life, not just motivation that disappears after 10 minutes. Now let's fix procrastination. The first mistake most people make is trying to finish everything at once. They tell themselves, I'll study for 4 hours. I'll edit the whole video. I'll finish this project today. Your brain hears those huge goals and immediately feels overwhelmed, so it looks for an escape. Instead, make the first step so small that your brain cannot reject it. Do not tell yourself, I'll study for 4 hours. Tell yourself, I'll study for 2 minutes. Do not say, I'll finish the entire workout. Say, I'll put on my shoes. It sounds too simple. That is exactly why it works. Starting creates momentum. Momentum creates consistency. Consistency creates results. The hardest part of almost every task is not the work itself. It is beginning. Once you begin, your brain naturally wants to continue. Psychologists call this the Zeigarnik effect. Our brains dislike unfinished tasks. Once you start, your mind wants to complete what it has already begun. That is why opening your book is often harder than reading the first page. The next strategy is just as powerful. Remove the things that make procrastination easy. If your phone is always beside you, you will check it. If social media is 1 tap away, you will eventually open it. Do not rely on willpower. Design your environment. Put your phone in another room. Close unnecessary tabs. Keep only the tools you need in front of you. When distractions become harder to reach, focus becomes much easier. Finally, remember this. You do not become disciplined by making one perfect decision. You become disciplined by making hundreds of small decisions that point in the right direction. Every time you choose 2 minutes of work instead of 2 hours of scrolling, You are becoming a different person. Maybe nobody notices it today. Maybe your results will not appear tomorrow, but every small action is a vote for the person you want to become. One day, you will look back and realize that success did not come from one giant breakthrough. It came from hundreds of ordinary days where you simply decided to start. So after this video ends, do not wait for motivation. Do not wait for tomorrow. Choose one important task. Take the smallest possible first step, then take the next one. Your future is not built by what you plan. It is built by what you do today.